The relationship between Ziyu and Tian Xuning is once again the center of public attention after a brief but meaningful moment was caught on camera, sparking a wave of discussion across social media platforms. In the fast-paced and high-pressure world of entertainment, it is often difficult for celebrities to express their emotions openly. However, this time it was Ziyu's unintentional expression that left many people stunned. At a major event filled with cameras and bright lights, Ziyu seemed unable to hide her jealousy when Tian Xuning was seen chatting intimately with a rising young actor. This simple moment, which should have passed unnoticed, became a huge spotlight as hundreds of fan sites and entertainment media reposted clips of Ziyu's subtle expression, which to some people clearly showed her feelings. The event initially proceeded cheerfully with a professional and elegant atmosphere. The celebrities arrived wearing their best outfits, standing on the red carpet while smiling at dozens of cameras pointing at them from all angles. Tian Xuning looked stunning in a soft white dress that emphasized her simplicity and elegance. Meanwhile, Ziyu appeared in a more masculine style, wearing a formal suit that gave off a calm and mysterious impression. No one expected that in the midst of such a ceremonial event, such a personal emotional moment would arise and become an international topic of discussion. When Tian Xuning started chatting with the young actor, the atmosphere seemed normal at first. They greeted each other, spoke with friendly expressions, and laughed a few times. However, the fans' cameras, which were always actively monitoring their idol's interactions, captured a noticeable change in Ziyu's face. From the sudden focus in his eyes to the tightening of his lips, everything indicated that he was beginning to take the situation more seriously. To the average person, these expressions might not have meant much. But for fans who had been following their journey for months, the change was so obvious, so specific, and so similar to someone trying to hide their discomfort. The 7-second video spread quickly. On Twitter, the hashtag #ZiyuJealous immediately became a trending topic, while fans on Weibo wrote lengthy analyses of every detail of his expressions and body language. Some discussed her sharp gaze, while others highlighted the way she tilted her head slightly as if trying to hear the conversation from afar. Some fans even compared the moment to their previous interactions, showing how Ziyu did indeed have a tendency to become more protective when Tian Xuning was talking to other people. Every piece of video was analyzed frame by frame. Every small movement is studied as if researching a scene from a romantic drama, even though this is a real event without a script. After the incident, Ziyu's behavior at the event attracted even more public attention. He seemed to take a position slightly closer to Tian Xuning, as if trying to monitor the situation without being too conspicuous. Several times he glanced at Tion while making sure that the interaction did not last too long or become too intimate. There was a serious look in his eyes, but also a gentle touch that showed that whatever he was feeling at that moment came from a very personal place. Many netizens felt that this expression of jealousy was not a negative or possessive kind of jealousy, but rather a spontaneous form of concern, an honest reaction from someone who had deep feelings. What was even more interesting was how Tian Xuning seemed to notice the change in atmosphere. During the backstage interview, the camera captured a moment where Tion glanced at Ziyu and flashed a small smile, a smile that wasn't too wide but was full of meaning, as if to say, "I know how you feel." In that scene, some fans even saw Tion as trying to calm Ziyu's feelings in the most subtle way, through a gentle gaze, brief eye contact, and a slight smile that only someone with emotional closeness could understand. Small moments like this convince many people that their relationship, although never officially confirmed, has a depth that ordinary coworkers don't have. The next day, after the viral video became the center of discussion, various speculations and theories began to emerge. Some fans argued that the interaction was proof that the two were in an unannounced romantic relationship. Others said that Ziyu's reaction showed that she was already too comfortable with Tion, so that small feelings such as jealousy arose naturally. Some entertainment analysts even mentioned that moments like this are proof that interpersonal relationships among celebrities cannot always be hidden behind professionalism. Human emotions, after all, tend to surface when someone truly cares. Despite the many theories circulating, what makes this moment so precious is its authenticity. There was no script, no specially designed stage, and no intention to create drama. Everything happened because two people who have an emotional connection were in a situation that triggered a natural reaction. Jealousy, although often considered negative, in this context actually becomes a symbol of sincerity. It shows that Ziyu has a human side that is rarely seen. In the life of a celebrity who always has to appear perfect, moments like this actually give a new color to fans and make them feel closer. The continued interaction between the two after the event further reinforced this romantic impression. In several behind-the-scenes photos, Ziyu is often seen standing close to Tion, as if to make sure he is okay. Some staff members were even seen giving them space to talk for a moment. The photos show a natural closeness, full of comfort, without any pretense. Tion is often seen smiling softly when talking to Ziyu, while Ziyu shows a much more relaxed expression than when he is in front of the camera. Fans who see these photos are even more convinced that their relationship has a beautiful and complex dynamic. However, what is most interesting is how this moment shows a side of love that is not always expressed through words. Love sometimes comes in the form of subtle expressions, brief glances, or unplanned feelings of jealousy. In the case of Ziyu and Tian Xuning, love is not something that needs to be announced in a big way. It is present in small actions, in the way they care for each other, and in how they understand each other without needing to talk at length. Behind every camera shot, there is a deeper emotional story, and these brief moments become a small window that allows the public to see it. Over time, fans can only hope that they will become more open, although many also feel that their enigmatic dynamic is part of their charm. When even a simple expression from one person can spark a huge commotion and make millions of people smile, it shows how strong the connection they have created is, not only for themselves, but also for the public who follows their journey. And even though they may not make an official statement anytime soon, observing their interactions is enough to make many people believe that their relationship has a special place in each other's hearts. Ultimately, that moment of jealousy wasn't just about jealousy. It was a small piece of a bigger story about the closeness, care, and comfort that slowly builds between two individuals in the midst of the high-pressure entertainment world. Love and expression, as demonstrated by Ziyu, is perhaps the most real form of love, sincere, spontaneous, and uncontrived. And for the fans, that's what keeps them eagerly awaiting the next moment, whether it's another gentle glance or a small smile that says more than 1,000 words.